crushing my brain with the candlelight. Losing my breath, losing myself, dreams are out of sight. Stop struggling against my demons. Stop thinking life has fiction. Let it burn, burn, burn. Burn the pain, burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself, and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape this cage I've been locked in for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground. Ready to fight, ready to go, that's my final word. Taking chances, I guess I just can't watch. Calling a game, pushing my brain with the candlelight. I catch my breath and let it burn, 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 burn. Burn the pain, burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself, and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape this cage I've been locked in for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground. I gotta let it burn. Burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself, and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape this cage I've been locked in for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground. I gotta let it burn.
Friends. How many of us have them? Friends. The ones you can depend on. Friends. The reuniting of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Getting it ready for WrestleMania for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships that we all been waiting for. We got all that and a lot of lanyard for you coming up on this weekly live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast. Let's go.
So what does it mean to be a raging Cajun? Southwest Louisiana, wreck your face, man. Still don't get it then, I'ma let you know. All you gotta do is come and join the show.
Yeah, we are the highest tier pod of your weekly unfiltered wrestling and entertainment. Welcome to the World Elite Podcast, part of Driving to the Top Productions, where the road don't stop. We're free and available wherever you get your podcasts. We're on YouTube and Twitch as well. And the Host Elite Trio, that's right, is back again. I'm your host, Marcus, at Marcus Elite 337 on Twitter, or you can call me the Mark. I've had people call me that graphic t-shirt guy on fucking Twitter. So that's what I am today. So Dylan and Jordan, what is up, guys? And where can we find you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm actually surprised I'm on time for this stream. I actually worked a full shift, which is surprising to me because they've been cutting our hours still. And I went to my grandparents' house after work. I cut their grass. I had to get home in time to shower, eat supper, because if I didn't eat before the stream, my stomach would start making some unusual sounds. So luckily, that's not the case tonight. And then had to prepare some graphics like the one you're going to see coming up in a few minutes. And some way, somehow, I'm still here on time. So let's be all grateful for that.
That's tremendous. Jordan, how you doing, man? Of course, the big surprise. We welcomed him back a week ago, and now he's here today. How you feeling, and where can we find you?
I'm feeling all right. I went and go do a test this morning at the hospital, but we're gonna Tuesday hopefully get some good news Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, and I'm doing great. And you can find me at Jordan_J2000.
That is fantastic, and I figured you were doing good. I mean, before we move on, do you have a banana in your hand?
No, I don't. I ran out.
I wonder why. I mean, tune in tomorrow. Our groundbreaking 200th episode drops tomorrow, and you're gonna hear a lot of laughing and giggling. Jordan was just fucking devouring deep throating a banana while we were talking about how awesome we made it to 200 episodes. So cheers to that.
That was so good.
What you guys drinking tonight?
Water.
Water.
Also water, but it's liquid death.
I'm just drinking some sweet tea because I'm from the South.
Shocked it's not Dr. Pepper. That's what you drink pretty much every single stream.
No. Just want to show my southern side and drinking some sweet tea in a mason jar because I'm from the South and people think that's racist. So moving forward. I'm handing it off to you. I'm going to let you start the talking while I finish catching up with Ring of Honor right now.
Sounds good. And if you've seen the graphic for this episode, it's of two guys who have been getting hounded by the fans to finally make up. One person in this group has been trying for weeks, and the other one has been leaving him in the dust. And I'm, of course, talking about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Last week, Friday Night SmackDown, it featured one of the best pops I've heard in a long time. And that's finally when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn finally decided to hug it out. And they both said they were going to destroy the bloodline together. And it seems like with the help of even Cody Rhodes, the bloodline is falling apart before we know it. So, Jordan, I'll get your take on this one first, man. First, of course, we watched Friday Night SmackDown. What was the feeling whenever you saw Kevin Owens first? What was the feeling when you saw Kevin Owens going towards Sami Zayn? Because even Sami Zayn played it off so well, even kind of like, you know, backing up a little bit, almost fearing that Kevin was going to go after him.
Yeah, when I saw him coming down the ramp, I was like, well, is he gonna hit him or is he gonna hug him? And when he got in the ring, he just hugged him. And I was like, yes. And then he was like, oh, we gonna destroy the bloodline together. I was like, well, hell yeah. So it was great.
It was. What about you, Marcus?
It's one of the most beautiful things I've seen this year so far. The reuniting of KO and Sami, and it's like, finally we're going to get it. So good. It's like, make it the main event of night one. It's like the most debatable thing right now is what deserves the main event night one of WrestleMania. Usos versus KO and Sami, or Rhea Ripley and Charlotte for SmackDown Women's title. It's so 50-50. Hello, Miss Terry. Glad you tuning in and watching me and your baby boy and your kinfo. It's the most debatable argument right now. I mean, that would be great if you had two different feuds in the same storyline main eventing both nights, because they deserve it. But then again, yes, the women do deserve the main event too, especially Rhea Ripley. But I'm saying no, because it's just going to give a one-up to Charlotte saying, oh, I main evented WrestleMania more than any other woman on the roster if she ever goes back to a heel side. With where this has been going, and it's going more better, let KO main event back-to-back, you could say. Let this main event, and this, if it is the end of the bloodline, you could say, the end of the Usos' reign, night one, and then night two, if it's the end of Roman's reign. Because there's been talk of Roman taking quite a bit of time off and possibly could come back by SummerSlam. I have more to say on something particular that could be a change down the road, but people are already making calls that after WrestleMania, Cody's going to win the title and the Usos are losing the tag titles. They're already making plans that are predicting by SummerSlam, we're going to have a Roman Jey Uso feud, Cody and Seth for the title, and hell, even a Brock Lesnar Gunther feud at SummerSlam. They're already making predictions right now. But I've always loved this storyline. I'm going to close out with saying KO and Sami Uso main eventing night one of WrestleMania, and they win the tag titles. And KO can finally be a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah, so I can understand the debate about, you know, why Rhea and Charlotte should main event WrestleMania. You know, the Royal Rumble winner, you know, should main event. But if we learned anything from past WrestleManias, the Royal Rumble winner main event is not necessarily the thing that happens anymore. You know, we went to a WrestleMania 34 where Shinsuke was the winner, and his match happened in like the middle of the show. So this ain't a thing no more for the winner to main event. So I mean, people can debate about it, but I think the better story should be the one to main event, and the better story is the Usos and Sami and KO, and that's why Roman and Cody are going to main event night 2, because the better story. And let's be honest, Cody and Roman were main event night 2 way before the Rumble. We already knew it was coming. So the better story should main event, in my opinion. And the Rhea Charlotte feud has not been that good. So I think you would kill the crowd if you had the main event night 1. Sad to say, but it wouldn't be good for night 1 of WrestleMania if you had them 2 main events. And this ain't a versus them, because I think it's going to be a good match. I think Rhea's going to take it off of Charlotte, but no, man, it should be the tag titles. It should be the best story that's been happening in wrestling.
Look at last year. I mean, the best storyline in night 1 was KO talking shit on Texas and wanting to call out Stone Cold for the KO show. So that was perfect, letting that main event, because the Ronda Charlotte feud wasn't. You had basically 2 heels battling for the title. Of course, you wasn't going to let that close out.
Exactly.
And plus, it's just to keep Charlotte away from adding multiple main events right now. I mean, if I'm saying it's been 4 years, she had no right to be in that match, making it a triple threat in WrestleMania 35. It should have stayed Becky and Ronda 1-on-1. Now, if that would have happened, then I'd have been fine with her and Rhea main eventing this year. It's like, let other women have an opportunity.
Yeah, like I said, if it was a better story, then Rhea and Charlotte should damn well main event, because, like I said, the Royal Rumble winner should have that say so in the main event. But the story has not been good. You know, the promos aren't even that great, because they involved your best friend Dominic Mysterio in a lot of them. So it's just not good. So
Dominic does not need to be in the main event in any type of way, whether if it's interfering or nothing. But it sucks for Rhea. I mean, Rhea definitely deserves a main event spot, but I feel like it's not gonna be about her. It's gonna be about Charlotte Flair, because she's a Flair. She's what fucking 2 or 3 title reigns away at 16 times, tying John Cena and her dad's record. Like,
right.
Don't let it be the main event, because it won't be about Rhea. Even if she wins, it's gonna be about is Charlotte. Let them kick off the show or make it the co-main event. I don't care, but KO and Sami and the Usos deserve to be the main event of night 1. If it happens, hell yes. If it don't happen, oh well.
Yeah. But,
so I'll go next. I don't know where to start, because I got 2 awesome topics out of 3 I would love to bring up, but I might as well talk about it since I'm actually currently still watching it right now. I'm going to go to Ring of Honor. And I had people blowing up my feed like, what are you going to say about Ring of Honor? It's good. I'm not saying nothing bad about it. I actually have something good to say. I've been enjoying the hell out of it. Yeah, it's 2 hours. If you subscribe to Honor Club, you're watching a show 2 hours a night, once a week, or anytime on demand. I kind of started a little late. I started watching the first episode back on Sunday. It took me 2 days to watch the last episode because of work scheduling, and then having to watch NXT the other night, AEW Dynamite, and catching up on other shows like The Mandalorian and shit. So I was thinking it would have been an hour show, but no, it's 2 hours. It's 10 matches a night. It's not bad. I enjoy it. I've seen matches that were so damn good. Like, I'm on the 3rd episode right now. I'm dying to watch Wheeler Yuta versus Clark Connors. It sounds like it's going to be a great match. Wheeler Yuta had a freaking great match with Timothy Thatcher last week for the Pure Championship. Claudio had the return of Ring of Honor. On the 1st episode, he main evented defending the title against AR Fox, and it was such a great match. They had a tag match last week that featured Aussie Open. I forgot who they wrestled. It was a great tag team match. I think it was the Kingdom. I might be wrong. I think it was Aussie Open versus, I don't know. If Bakley were here, he could tell me. Bakley was blowing up my feed saying how good Ring of Honor was. And he had a great match with Willie Mack, like an open challenge where if Willie Mack could have beaten Claudio in under 10 minutes, he'd have been number one contender for the title. But Claudio won, and it looked like we might get a Claudio Eddie Kingston title match at Supercard. And shout out to the women's division. They had an amazing women's title match with Athena and Willow Nightingale on the Night 2 episode. In episode 2, it was the main event. It was a great women's title match. So I'm enjoying the hell out of this. But I think it could be a lot better if there was more storytelling and at least an in-ring promo that could be like a last a tad bit, because they're not really doing a lot of in-ring promos. If they do, they're like at the blink of an eye. It's like super fast. You're going to see more wrestling in the ring. You'll see quite a bit of backstage interviews and whatnot, but they're like super short. It's good. I'm enjoying it. If you like a lot of action, but I feel like a little more storytelling and in-ring promos can make it a lot better. Like I would rate this new Ring of Honor right now about a 4 out of 5. I would give it a 4.5 or a solid 5 if they can add a little bit of that to make it more better than how better it already is. So again, I am not complaining about anything. I enjoy it. I think it's fantastic. But if you want to watch the pay-per-views, you still have to order it on BR Live or call your local cable or satellite provider, because it will not air on Honor Club until after 3 months. And it's going to have a special start time. Supercard of Honor is going to be at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. So 6 o'clock our time is when it's going to happen live. But I'm probably going to wait and watch it after SmackDown that night. As soon as SmackDown airs, fuck the Hall of Fame, unless Dominic crashes his dad's speech. The only way I'll tune in, but I'm going to watch Supercard after SmackDown. But I know you haven't subscribed to Honor Club, but you did say you wanted to say a bit about Ring of Honor, and I was nice enough to give you my username and password anytime you want to watch episode on demand.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Well, I still haven't got it yet, so I will at some point watch it, but do you want to know a way that you can bring in even more viewers than what supposedly they already have? If you don't make people pay for it and you actually put it on regular television, that's a good way of bringing in, just like, Tony Khan does with AEW Dynamite. It's on television. It's on TBS. Then Rampage is on TNT on Fridays. Find a day for Ring of Honor, put it on television. I guarantee you double or even triple your viewers right there.
I'd say keep it on Thursdays,
that's just my take.
Keep it on Thursdays, even though you're competing with Impact and New Japan. But take fucking Rampage off of TV. No one fucking watches that. Put that on the internet and put Ring of Honor on TNT. Mm-hmm. There's your deal right there. That would be money.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Get rid of Rampage. Put it on Fridays. And you don't have to start at 9 o'clock. I mean, yeah, you'd be going up against SmackDown, which would be a huge competitor. You probably lose every single week, so I can understand why they do such a late time. But hell, put it on Rampage's time. Have it run from 9 to and you said it's 2 hours. Yes.
Nobody
so
works on
11.
the weekends. You know how many people stay up and watch wrestling on the weekends? I know motherfuckers that watch SmackDown, they jump to Rampage, they stay up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning watching MLW or New Japan.
The crazy part is I watch SmackDown and my eyes are glued to the TV because the great stories. And then when Rampage comes on, I turn it on, but I'm mostly into my phone the entire time because Rampage is dog shit. And I'm sure and I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that one.
I don't watch Rampage anymore.
Yeah, I watch SmackDown, and then when SmackDown's over, playing the game or doing whatever.
I watch SmackDown, but
it's shit. It's shit.
I watch SmackDown, but it's like if Roman's on TV, I'm not doing nothing but watching him. If it's the Uso, anybody from the Bloodline or KO and Sammy, I'll even say Cody, I'm glued to the TV. If it's like Ricochet and Braun Strowman, I'm like playing on my phone watching, or playing my Switch watching, or playing on my PC watching. But if it's the Bloodline, Cody, KO, or Sammy, I'm fucking throwing the phone away. I'm grabbing a beer and I'm fucking waiting to see what happens. Now, Raw's a whole different ballgame. Raw, I can't get the fuck out my recliner. If Seth Rollins, I ain't getting out the recliner if Seth Rollins is on television, or Austin Theory, or if the Bloodline, KO, Sami Zayn, all of them. Even I would even say Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair too. Raw is my shit right now. Raw's been my shit for 20 plus years. It still is today.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor, I mean, yes, I enjoy it. Just need a little more work. Get them viewers. I love the scenery. I mean, I feel like it's giving me a TNA Impact vibe, because it's that Universal Studios in Orlando. That's the perfect size crowd for them. They're probably like a building or two buildings down where they do dark. But
yeah,
that's a hell of a. I'm trying to guess how many hours is it from Jacksonville to Orlando. That's got to be like at least a 4-hour drive. That's a lot of driving for Tony Khan every week. But you're a freaking billionaire. You own an NFL team and a Premier League team, so you got the money.
Exactly.
So, Ring of Honor, I applaud you. You've been entertaining me, and I'm going to watch the newer episode when we get off, because our boy Shane Taylor's back in Ring of Honor, and I want to watch his match. And I'm still waiting to watch our boy Clark Connors lose to Wheeler Yuta, but I just want to see how good the technical pure wrestling was in this match.
And I'll still be waiting for that username and password, because I haven't gotten it yet. So send it over.
You will get it eventually.
At some point.
I wonder if you can. You probably can share, because I'm only logged in this laptop and my phone, and it's all 3 accounts at one time. Same account, but on 3 different devices.
Yeah.
I'm actually playing it on my phone and my PC right now to show you that it works.
Okay.
You can
nice.
you can multi-stream the Ring of Honor app, just like you can do Disney Plus or Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime or Roku or Paramount Plus, HBO Max, and blah 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 fucking blah. Back to you.
All right, so I was debating on which one I should go to next. Marcus, you've seen the topic list. I'm debating. So since we're on the topic, well, I was on the topic of WWE. I'll stick to that, and I'll close out with my other one. But so Friday nights we had a match between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus to determine who goes on to WrestleMania to fight Gunther, and it went the exact same way we thought it was going to go, as we predicted, that some shenanigans would go on during the match and it would lead to a triple threat. And so Imperium got involved, like I predicted, like the entire world predicted. And Adam Pearce said that Gunther is going to still defend his title at WrestleMania. And it's going to be both Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. So we all seen it coming. I want the takes on what y'all think about this match. Should that have been like a one-on-one? Are you okay with a triple threat? I mean, what way are we leaning here? I know we got our prediction show next week, but just kind of give me your take without giving a spoiler on who you're picking. I'll start with Marcus.
This is what I wanted. I wanted a triple threat. You got a Nigerian, an Irishman, and a Scottishman fighting for the Intercontinental Championship. It's what we all wanted, and not trying to spoil anything, but for 2 reasons. They're just to put Drew on the card, and I think Drew takes the pin. I'm not going to say who wins until next week.
Yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
Oh yeah, I think this gonna be awesome, and gonna be what they say, sweaty men slapping each other or whatever they call it. Say it. I probably said it all wrong.
I think it's 2 men slapping meat. Like Will Gray can say it like the right way.
Oh boy, I really just
You butchered that one.
oh bad.
Just
Yeah,
like
this
you
is
butchered,
exactly what
just
yeah,
like
this
you
is
butchered
exactly
that.
what I wanted to. This is gonna be great, man. Like this is gonna be a fantastic match. Marcus, I know I cut you off a million times. I'm sorry, but I mean, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a very good match. I did not want a one-on-one. I didn't want one of these guys getting left out. So I wanted this triple threat. Gunther, and this is the first time I pronounced his name as Gunther. All of a sudden, I sound very sophisticated. All of a sudden, uh, but yeah, it's gonna be him and Sheamus and Drew. And it's gonna be, as Sheamus says every week, it's gonna be a banger after banger, and I am so fucking pumped for this one. It could be like that underdog and a dark horse for match of the night, whatever night they put it on. I don't care what night they put it on. It's gonna be fucking fantastic. I cannot wait for it.
I was saying, like you butchered that banana.
Dude, like honestly, I should have shared the video. I didn't. But I got a screen recorded on my phone, so I need to put it on Twitter or something like that, just so people can get like the context as to what happened. Because the audio thing is the only thing that's gonna have what went on the show. So after the episode comes out, I need to post a video to kind of give people like that visual outlook as to what happened on there, because it was so good.
Oh, and heads up, I know we're talking bringing a ringer on again. Shane Taylor's fighting Silas Young because while you were talking, I was watching this on mute, and then he interrupts Silas, so I paused it. And whenever I go on mute again, I want to listen to his promo while I listen to you talk. But yeah, that's who he's fighting. I forgot, but yeah, that's gonna be a little triple threat. But I tell you what's been hell and kicking ass. I've read nothing but positive 100% reviews. Definitely was better. Well, it was every game that was made was better than the one they dropped in fucking 2019, 2020. But I'm talking about the WWE 2K23 that dropped last week. Again, I got the deluxe edition because I'm old school John Cena, Doctor of Thugonomics. Dylan also got the deluxe edition. Jordan, were you able to get WWE 2K23 yet? What are you laughing at? What the fuck?
Not yet.
Not
I'm
him, because
going to
he hasn't
get
got
it.
it.
Wait. Y'all both talked at the same time. I heard Jordan, you haven't gotten the game yet. What the fuck are you laughing at?
Because we're talking about the game. Jordan hasn't even played it yet. So the moment you suggest it as a topic, I'm like, fuck, Jordan's gonna have absolutely nothing to say about this. He hasn't even played it yet. He hasn't gotten it yet.
Oh, I thought he pulled out another banana or something.
Mm-mm.
Or a fucking eggplant.
I
No,
saw like some from the gameplay and stuff
it's a
and
lot
the intro.
smoother. I mean, it's the same controls. I will say when the game came out last year, I hated how they changed the controlling, but I got used to it. By the time this one played, I knew what to press and shit, and it was a lot smoother. But I didn't talk about it from last year. I love this showcase thing that they brought up. Like they did it with Rey Mysterio last year, and now this year it's John Cena. Except you're not playing as John Cena; you're playing against him. I like how it's different. And you play against the matches, some of the top matches that he lost. I'm halfway through it. I started playing it again last night after like 4 days. I haven't played in 4 days, but what I love about the showcasing, same thing with the Rey Mysterio one last year. I love how like when you're playing a match and it goes directly to the live version of the match, like the same move and shit. Like if you're about to take a body slam, it cuts from the video game to the live action of the match. That's so fucking cool. I love how they do that. It'd have been cooler if John Cena narrated, well, like how Rey Mysterio did that on his when they showed the live clips of the matches and stuff. But I like that. And if you haven't, too bad I haven't started my Twitch show yet. But you all missed an opportunity to see me kick Dominic Mysterio's ass with my creator wrestler.
Nice.
But I love the gameplay. I played with Seth Rollins first and beat Cody Rhodes. I fucking played War Games. One time, I can't wait to play it again when I think of new teams to come up with. But I did like a rematch. I played with the Bloodline without Sammy because you can only do 4-on-4. So I did Roman Usos and Solo against the Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre. But it's crazy. Like if you're playing like a Survivor Series, they have that freaking panel. Like if it was in an NXT where they have like the cages in the crowd, the little staircase in the crowd. I love how you before you can enter the ring, you can actually put weapons in the ring. That's fucking awesome. Because when I was the last one to get in, I before I got in there, I fucking grabbed tables and chairs, kendo sticks. I don't know if you can pull a ladder out in the match, but I know I for sure pulled out tables, chairs, and kendo sticks. And I was kicking ass at that too. But I love the gameplay. No glitching, no problem yet. The soundtrack, they could have did a little bit better. Felt like I was listening to 94.5 KSMB with some of them songs, but John Cena picked the soundtrack. That's the shittiest job he did. But I love the gameplay. I love the featuring. The showcase is awesome, like last year's. I love how now, I don't know if you could do it on last year's game, but you can actually edit it Superstars ring gear instead of having to go to like the universe where you can like download arenas and stuff created by the WWE universe and just have to make a whole second character. Like I didn't have to go to the universe and find a Judgment Day Dominic Mysterio. I just went to edit and edit his attire and changed it to black and purple. And I changed his Titantron. I got the damn wings, the Judgment Day Titantron. I just haven't found a theme song for him yet, and I added him to the faction. I like how I added somehow Solo wasn't in the Bloodline faction. I had to go add him in it. And I had to do a couple of editings on that, but I got it edited like in today's society. And I'm trying to create my own faction. And I got some tips from you, and you were like, you would do great with like AJ and Finn Balor. And I was like, oh, in 2K fucking 18 or 19, I didn't have 19. 2K18, I was in the Bullet Club with Gallus and Anderson. So I'm bringing that shit back. So thank you for the heads up putting. So if Gallus and Anderson's even in the game, I think they are.
Not unless they're DLC. I forgot the DLC list, but I think they may be in it as far as DLC goes.
Well, sucks. I can't have Bray Wyatt yet. I have to go find him in a universe mode to do my Bray Wyatt Bobby Lashley match at WrestleMania. But I know they got like an NXT DLC. Like you can play with certain people. Like they got I have to pull it up. But while I find all this shit, give me your take on the video game.
I mean, the video game, and this is going back to last year, because last year's was fantastic, because they took the year off the year before and they needed to change a bunch of stuff, and they did a fantastic job at it. And I think, they continued that on into this year. This year's is just fantastic. I mean, everything about the game is fantastic. It's such a smooth gameplay. The universe mode is even better because you can do things if like the rivalry actions, you can like betray somebody, you can attack them now. I mean, stuff like that you couldn't do on past video games. I haven't tried the showcase mode out just yet. I completed the My Rise portion of the game, which I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't played because it's a fantastic story. I know you can do a women's part and you can do a men's part. So I completed the men's part. It was really good. And I never tried the GM mode yet. I didn't like GM mode last year, but I know they made some major improvements, they said, to it. So I'll try that out sooner or later. I'll probably play some tonight once the stream's over. But it's really good. I mean, it was a very good game. I mean, was the price pretty on it? No. But it was all worth it from getting it early and being able to play it before it came out on the standard edition. So, yeah, very good. I really enjoyed it. I'm just, still enjoying it, and I'm going to continue enjoying it until a new game comes out for me, and that probably won't be until fucking Madden comes out. So I'll be enjoying this for a while.
I wonder what he means by the popcorn emojis. Guess he means it's interesting show so far. I no telling.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, we still got AEW Fight Forever whenever the fuck that shit's coming out. They said 2020, early 2023, then it changed to like late 2023, so no telling. But I have a feeling something tells me that game's probably gonna suck ass because I feel like it's giving me that TNA Impact video game vibe. Like they fucked up Adam Cole's entrance. Adam Cole don't even have pyro. And they showed his entrance. I saw a YouTube video of his entrance on the game and it had pyro. So that's gonna be a train wreck maybe. But there's 3 DLC packs coming soon. The first one is called the Steiner Row pack. It drops April 19th. You get the Steiner brothers plus Hit Row, Top Dollar, B-Fab, and Ashanti Adonis. The second DLC pack is called the Pretty Sweet pack, and you get Gallows Anderson, plus you get Pretty Deadly and Tiffany Stratton. And then the final, the third DLC pack is called Race to the NXT pack, and you get Harley Race, Ivy Nile, Tony D'Angelo, Trick Williams, and Wendy Chu. The fourth DLC, that Pretty Sweet drops May 17th. The Race to the NXT drops June 14th. So it's like every month a new DLC comes out. July 19th is Revel with Wyatt pack. You get Bray Wyatt, Blair Davenport, Joe Gacy, Valhalla, and Zeus. And the pack I'm fucking waiting for comes out August 16th. Bad News U pack. You get Andre Chase, Damon Kemp, Eve Torres, Nathan Frazier, and Wade Barrett. I guess I love Chase U right now. That's probably going to be my next wrestling shirt I really want right now. I want a Chase U shirt.
That Chase U is very entertaining. They have been gaining my interest a lot on NXT lately. But something bothers me about that DLC pack. It's only Joe Gacy that's going to be in it. The rest of Schism is not going to be involved whatsoever, and I hate that.
Yeah, I can't remember their names, but yeah, the grizzled young veterans, you can't get them. You can't even play as The Rock's daughter. What's her name? Ava Raine?
Yeah.
And Bray Wyatt, I don't even know if they're going to update his entrance. And hell, I don't even know if he's fucking coming back.
I don't know. I've been hearing it's an injury or something like that that's going to put him sidelined for a while, and it sucks because I was looking forward to this Bobby Lashley match at Mania, which I mean it didn't seem interesting at first, but I feel like after the weeks go on, it was going to get more interesting. Sucks that it's going the way it's going. A lot of rumor spreading that he walked out, which is complete dog shit because it's not what happened at all. It's just an injury. I mean, he has some undisclosed injuries. Something's going on with him. But something also tells me it's something with his mental health. He's been struggling with that ever since Brody passed. So I don't know. Whatever's going on with him, I hope he's in good health and he's doing fine.
And don't listen to the dirt sheets. Don't listen to Sean Ross Sapp. And don't listen to Dave Meltzer because I don't believe he walked out. I think it's an injury. But I tell you what's been quiet. I just found this out a couple of hours ago, and I brought it up to you, but I want to send my thoughts and prayers to Alexa Bliss. I had no idea she's been fighting skin cancer, and she basically, I think she recovered from it just now, and they just showed her on The Masked Singer. She was only the second wrestler to appear on The Masked Singer along with Chris Jericho, and I didn't know she had skin cancer, and supposedly she's blaming tanning beds, which you do what you want. I don't do the tanning bed anymore. I have before. My sisters still fucking do it. You do what you want to do. But I'm glad to see she's okay and can't wait to see her back soon, even if she comes back as the evil Alexa Bliss character when she was with The Fiend, or if she goes back to her other self. But we love you, Alexa, and get well soon.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess I'll jump to my third and final topic of the night before I hand things off to you to close it out. But so on our show, we normally talk about WWE. We talk about AEW. On occasion, maybe. I mean, we'll talk Impact Wrestling sometimes if the mood is right. But we never, ever talk about this promotion that I'll be bringing up. And it's a match that happened. It was not a death match, which is crazy because it seemed like they're famous for that. And it involved a world championship match for GCW, for Nick Gage against our topic for tonight, Masha Slamovich. And that came with Masha actually winning the world championship from Nick Gage. The reason why I want to bring it up tonight is because of course, the IWC never being happy with anything. And there's a lot of mixed reviews on her winning the championship. A lot of people aren't happy with it because I don't know if they feel like, a woman should hold it if it wasn't a death match, because I don't think it was, or because they feel like she should be Knockouts World Champion instead of being GCW World Championship, which honestly, who the fuck cares, dude? She's a fantastic wrestler. She was on our show before, gave a great interview. She went to Impact, signed over there, and she's been doing fantastic things. No, she never won the Knockouts championship yet, which I kind of feel like her time is coming very, very soon because she's doing fantastic things at Impact. I do not watch Impact at all, but I do see highlights, and I do see that she's doing really good over there. I believe she's doing a mixed tag match, I think tonight. It's her teaming up with Bully Ray against Tommy Dreamer and Mickey James, so should be a really good one. But I mean, honestly, I don't have much to offer on it. I'm just happy for her. She defeated the King of the Death Match, and no, I'm not talking about Matt Cardona. I'm talking about Nick Gage, and defeating him's a pretty big accomplishment. And I really hope she holds it for a while because she's a very talented superstar, and I just hope for the best for her. I even talked to her on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, telling her that we're all proud of her and stuff like that, and she was very appreciative and whatnot. So, Jordan, I'll let you start things off. What do you think about her winning the championship? Do you think she should have been Knockouts World Championship first, or the big accomplishment beating someone like Nick Gage of all people? I mean, what you got on that?
Yeah, I'm happy for her winning, and I think that's big, beating Nick Gage for it, and I'm happy for her, and I think she's done a hold it for a while.
I had no idea this match was taking place because I don't watch GCW. I mean, I follow them on Twitter and I follow a few of them superstars, but it's when you said something and I'm like, wait, are they fighting for it? And I'm like, I didn't realize they just fought for it. And I'm like, holy shit. I want to say she's only the second woman to hold a men's world championship besides Tessa Blanchard. Because Tessa won the Impact World Championship against Sami Callihan in 2020 at Hard to Kill, and they named her the first woman to ever hold a men's world championship in a major promotion. I want to say Masha is now the second. And judging by this picture, it had to been some type of, maybe it wasn't a death match because she ain't busted wide open, but if you look on the corner of her picture, I retweeted it, there's a steel chair open, and under the chair is a pile of Legos. And
Wow.
It had to have been some type of hardcore match, unless she did not bleed in a death match. I mean, Nick Gage is like basically John Moxley. He bleeds in every match, but holy crap, she looks a lot different now. I remember when we had her on our episode, she had blonde hair. This picture now, I don't even recognize her. She looks like a bad bitch, and I love it. And now we can say we have interviewed a GCW World Champion on our show. We've got Masha Slamovich while she was still an indie wrestler, and now she's a world champion. And hell yeah, I'm happy for her, and killing it on Instagram and Twitter as well. And she should have been Knockouts champion for the time being. I was even rooting for her when she had her feuds with like Mickey James and shit. But she's like, I can't go after the women's title. She turned into China, and she went after the men's, and she went after a men's championship. Even though China never was world champion, some people thought she should have been the first woman to be a world champion, but Vince wasn't going to make that happen. But she did win the Intercontinental title twice. First woman to win a men's championship. But she joins a short list of, I'm pretty sure there's women in the indie promotions that have won the world title in the men's division, I'm sure, but you could consider GCW like one of the big boys. Like, they may not be on the same level as WWE and AEW, but they're getting well known. They're very popular. You could kind of say they're on Ring of Honor's level. MLW, the same thing. I can consider them, even though I don't watch it. I don't think I've ever watched a GCW shoot. Actually, no, I did. The only one I watched was For the Culture. That was the only GCW that was considered GCW. So, yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
that
only
was good.
GCW show I watched was For the Culture last year to watch Shane Taylor take on uh, Hit Row or whatever they were in the Indies. Hit Makers.
Yeah, the Hitmakers. Yeah.
Yeah. But congratulations. They should have waited till Mickey dropped the title. Yeah. Yeah, but to who? Deonna Purrazzo? Or Jordan Grace? Maybe not Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace is basically doing a lot of intergender matches lately. I'll say Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah.
But that's my take. I'm happy for her, and she joins a short list of former world champions we've interviewed on this show. Jordan Grace. So I have too many topics. I don't know where I want to start here. Well, I'll start with what I originally wanted to talk about. You know what? I'm gonna hold that off because I gotta find what really happened, like the real reason. I had the article saved, but I'm gonna throw in my last minute topic I decided about a couple hours ago. If you guys watched Impact, if you watched Dynamite last night, what a fucking main event that was. El Helio del Vikingo, I had no idea who he was until last night. I didn't realize he was the AAA Mega Champion. And then I saw in the video package that's who Kenny Omega was supposed to drop the title to at Triple Mania, but they never had the match because he suffered that injury after he lost to Hangman Adam Page back in 2021, and the match was called off, and then he had a replacement. But El Hino del Vikingo has been the Mega Champion for over a year now. They said 473-day reign. What a match. Holy shit. When I saw him, just the way he moved, I don't know how he don't have a concussion right now. When he hit that 630 off the top rope, the video I shared on Twitter, they had a side shot of it. The back of his head hit the ring apron when he landed it on Kenny through the table. Back of his head hit the ring apron. I don't see how he don't have a concussion right now. That was a hell of a match. So good that we got it for free. Vikingo versus Rey Fenix had a match. I'm pretty sure it was, but it was fun. I was laughing at Twitter. Like everyone now knows. Well, I'm sure people knew who he was, but then there were some people who didn't know who he was. Now, big shout out to our buddy Victor from the wrestling club. He had a fantasy. He started making a fantasy booking match. He's like, "Give me El Hino del Vikingo versus Ricochet in my veins." Or some tweet like that. I'm like, that would be a great match. Sammy Guevara even got on Twitter and said, "Give me Vikingo. He wants a match with him. They'll fucking murder him." But that would be a hell of a high flying match. List goes on. Give me Wesley versus Vikingo. That would be a fucking banger. Give me Grand Metalik versus Vikingo. That would be a banger. Like I got a lot of vision in my head. Like he'd probably have his own future episode down the line. Give me top 10 dream matches versus El Hino del Vikingo. Will Ospreay versus Vikingo. There you go, right there. I didn't know. I was saying, and I said his name wrong. Thank God Excalibur, who claims he's the genius and knows everyone's name. I was saying Viking O.
Me too.
So, like, the guy comes out and I'm like, maybe he's a Minnesota Vikings fan. He'll be Eli's best friend. But yeah, and I'm like, Skull. No, awesome. That is a 5-star match. That's my match of the year right now. Kenny Omega and El Hino del Vikingo. But give me your take on this while I look up what my original final topic was supposed to be.
So the match was great. It was really good, and it's a match of the year candidate by far. But I wouldn't necessarily put that as my match of the year. I'm going to stick to my guns. What I said when the year started: Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega from Wrestle Kingdom. That was so damn good. And the morning that I watched it, I had the flu. I thought I was gonna die. I watched this match, and I even tweeted, it's still there, and I said it's easily match of the year. And it was only the beginning of the year, and I said, and it's already match of the year. And so I'm gonna stick to my guns and say it's still the match of the year by far. But Kenny, Man, dude, this match was so damn good. I watched it from start to finish. So many high flying moves, and of course, you have the dummies on the internet. Oh, they're just flipping around. This ain't wrestling. Fuck you. Yes, it's wrestling. It's awesome. I mean, this is a new style of wrestling that we get. I'm sorry, it's not your Bob Backlund or just holding moves and stuff like that. This ain't the old shit no more.
It's lucha libre style. It's a lot of high flying. It's young cruiserweight talent. What's up, Nick and Keith from the Universal Wrestling Podcast? I heard they had a new episode and it was great, so I'm gonna have to tune in and check that out. But continue on.
So yeah, this is a newer style of wrestling that the old heads out there are not used to. So they're gonna say, of course, it ain't wrestling, and they're absolutely out of their minds for saying that, because I mean, this is a fun style of wrestling. I like the flips, I like the high flying stuff, I like the lucha libre stuff. So if this is something that I can watch for, I mean, every so often whenever they give it to us on free television, oh, absolutely, I will watch it 100%. So this was a fantastic main event. I was looking forward to it all day yesterday. Man, they did not disappoint whatsoever. So many good spots in it, and of course, of course, Kenny was going to win. I mean, we already knew this was coming, but I mean, and even the stuff that followed after the match was fantastic storytelling. I was talking to Tim earlier. We were talking about how great storytelling this is going right now with Hangman, with the Elites, with Kenny. So much stuff is going on, and it's all going to lead to something pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a great match, just off the top rope or through the table, or just a great match. Like, yeah, I'll give it a 5-star too.
The match was so good. We could have had to pay $40 to see it, but instead we got it for free. So thank you, Tony Khan. But God, what else I wanted to say about that, and I can't even remember off the top of my head. But anyhow, what would you rather watch? You were talking about the marks that were bitching and whining, saying the same wrestling. What would you rather watch? That type of style of wrestling, or that brutal deathmatch indie wrestling shit that you see on Instagram and they're all comment like, all that for a hot dog and a watered beer?
I would rather the high flying stuff. The deathmatch stuff isn't stuff that really bothers me. And unlike that loser from Wrestling Inc. that was like complaining throughout the entire match with Hangman and Moxley at Revolution.
Yeah, fuck you, dude, whoever you are.
It doesn't bother me, this type of stuff, and also he even got into a big old Twitter war with QT Marshall, and it was so embarrassing, and he just kept on going on and on and on, and it was so damn stupid. I mean, let it go, dude. Like you're not gonna win this. So the deathmatch stuff doesn't bother me, but if I had to pick, I would go with the high flying stuff. I think it's very entertaining, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
If I was a kid, I wouldn't know what to watch, because when I was younger, I used to love watching backyard wrestling, or I would watch bullshit like this, like people literally trying to kill themselves. But looking at it now, it's like, this shit is stupid. Like, and I laugh at the comments when they're like, all that for a hot dog and a watered beer or some bullshit like that. And I'm like, it's stupid. Like, that's why I'm like, John Moxley needs to quit bleeding. And there he ends up in that fucking path. Especially that gets a decent crowd. Yeah. I mean, some people got different tastes. I mean, I don't mind a little blood, but it's like, I'll take AEW style of death matches where you might throw some barbed wire and maybe some thumbtacks. But don't throw the freaking light bulbs and then they freaking have freaking cancer from the gas that comes out the bulbs, or jump off a freaking balcony where you damn near break your neck and there's no padding and then you're going to end up dead and shit. Like, that's certified dumbasses right there. That's not professionals. That's just idiots who try to make it through the indies and they can't even make it through hardcore shit like that. But no, I found what I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to bring up Bad Bunny because I heard on the radio he did something bad, and Bad Bunny had been hit with a $40 million lawsuit by his ex-girlfriend, who allegedly he used the voice recording from her uttering the now famous catchphrase "Bad Bunny Baby" in 2 of his songs without her permission. And if Carlos de la Cruz Hernandez is his ex-girlfriend, and it was some shit that they recorded back in 2010, 2011 before he got super famous. I know it's nothing wrestling related, but I only wanted to bring it up because he's soon to be the host of Backlash in Puerto Rico, and I'm pretty sure $40 million isn't a lot to him because he's one of the biggest artists in the reggae, however the fuck you say it, the Jamaican Hispanic music, Puerto Rican music that I love listen to. I mean, I only know a couple of. I love Daddy Yankee. I love Wisin Yandel. I don't like Bad Bunny. I can't fucking understand him. And I like Don Omar. That's my boy. Don Omar. It's funny, I can understand what he's saying, but I can't understand what Bad Bunny's saying. And they're both Puerto Rican and they both speak Spanish. But I know you don't want to throw nothing in there, do you?
I mean, I'm honestly glad that we didn't make it a topic because, like I said, I got nothing to offer. I know Jordan damn well has nothing to offer on it, but it's crazy how Bad Bunny is one of like the biggest stars of like today's music. And you want to know how many songs I've heard by this guy?
One.
Zero.
Booker T.
I have.
You have.
I mean, I hear it now that it's on the video game with him. But
it was
I
on
mean,
it was also on last year's. Like when you're on the main menu getting a match ready or something, you hear it. And he performed it at the Royal Rumble. I only watched the music video just to see Booker T stand with his arms crossed, wearing a cargo coveralls like if he was G.I. Bro again. The only line I knew what they said was Booker T's "Can you dig it, sucker?"
Yeah, it's not my style of music, so to each its own. It's not that good. I mean, I don't understand the hype behind it, but I mean, it's whatever.
Reggae got good beats and gives you a summer tropical vibe. It's like perfect music to listen to, like if you're on vacation, like at a resort in Mexico or something.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, this guy's obviously doing something pretty good. You know, being one of the biggest music stars of today. I just don't really see the hype behind it. But like I said, to each his own.
What was crazy too was, I mean, I know you're not a big fan of her, but you've heard it on the radio a lot. I'm pretty sure your wife listens to hip hop, but you know that song "I Like It" by Cardi B?
Yeah.
I had no idea the guy singing the Spanish in the song is Bad Bunny. I had no fucking idea. And I didn't even realize he performed in the Super Bowl with Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. He just sung his line of "I Like It." And I haven't went back and watched that Super Bowl halftime show, but yeah, he appeared in Super Bowl. It was the one the Chiefs won against the 49ers right before the pandemic happened. So it was in 2020. So that was 54. Super Bowl 54 halftime show. He was a guest performer with Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, and I didn't even realize that. But yeah, pretty sure he's good. One of my Indonesian relatives in fucking Houston love Bad Bunny.
I would imagine.
They're like, he's the bomb. I'm like, yeah, but is he as good as Daddy Yankee or Don Omar? That's my two favorite reggae. Is he Bob Marley good? That's what I'm gonna say too. Is he better than Bob Marley? Bob Marley shit's fucking awesome too. But do y'all have anything y'all want to announce or anything before we close out? I just have a couple of things.
Not really. I mean, were you expecting us to have an announcement?
Well, I mean, did you bring up about? I did bring up our episode, our 200th episode will drop tomorrow, but you said that you were letting people know that there was a fuck up when we were doing our top 10 list.
Oh, well, yeah, I was going to make note of it on the tweet whenever I post, but not everybody's on Twitter, but I would post it on Facebook, but also, once again, not everyone's on Facebook. So if you're watching us on YouTube, well, I'll say this as well, but we were doing our top 10 list for greatest WWE champions of all time, or in Marcus's case, of the ones he just liked, and he completely didn't follow the format that Jordan and I did. But I was on, I believe it was my number 9, which I'll spoil it. It was Randy Orton, and and my mic completely fucked up. I don't know what happened, but I sounded like I was in a tunnel, and I was so muffled, and you couldn't hear a damn thing I was saying. And all of a sudden, Jordan texts me during the show, and he says, your mic was messing up. I said, okay. I said, did it sound bad? He said, no, it didn't sound bad at all. You fucking liar, dude. I will call you out on the show right now.
You banana eating ass lying motherfucker. At least he was getting his
lied his ass
potassium.
off.
He was getting his potassium because he can't drink beer.
Dude, he lied to me so bad. All of a sudden, I got to my number 9, and I'm listening to it. The moment we got there, so I knew to expect it. All of a sudden, I said number 9, and it completely was like I was in a tunnel. And the moment I heard it, I'm like, that son of a bitch just lied to me so bad. He said, no, it didn't sound bad at all. Bullshit, that sounded horrible. So yes, I did cut it out. So to spoil it for everyone, my number 9 on the episode is Randy Orton. I will make a note of it on our post on all the social media and whatnot, but I'll also reveal on here that it was an audio fuck up, and luckily it only affected one of my selections. So thank God.
Yeah, you got lucky there. I want to share this real quick. You might have to give me your take on this, but according to GiveMeSport.com, never heard of them, Triple H wants to retire the Universal Championship. So according to Give Me Sport, WWE's CCO, Chief Content Officer, Triple H will split the undisputed title after WrestleMania 39, and there will be 2 men's world champions for each brand again by SummerSlam. In a new report from Fight Fans, Triple H isn't a fan of the Universal Championship and could retire it.
I mean, I was never a big fan of the Universal title. You know, the whole color thing, whenever it debuted, it was like all red. I didn't like it. And then when they switched it to SmackDown, it was all blue. Also not a big fan of it. But if you bring back the big gold belt, I am 100% in. But I've never heard of this site before, so I'm not sure how legit they're being right now. But if they are, cool. I mean, I'm 100% down for it.
Me too.
Yeah, man, I'm down.
Now, supposedly, I don't know if it's true. We're going to wait and find out after WrestleMania if Cody wins the title, or is he going to bring the Wing Eagle belt back? That's another thing everybody's saying. But we'll wait when that time comes. But another little thing I want to bring up, if you would like, you don't have to, if you could pop the Ring of Honor thing up on the corner. I forgot to mention this. I said I had some type of announcement I want to talk about Ring of Honor. Since I have Honor Club, I'm paying that, what is it, $8 or $9 or $10 a month. It kind of reminds me of having the WWE Network or having a Peacock account, because you can literally go back and watch every Ring of Honor event from 2002 since it started. But just like WWE, I'll even say WCW, I did 1, and ECW, I did 2. Somewhere down the road, I am going to start doing nostalgia episodes on Ring of Honor pay-per-views, and I'm going to start with an event I should have fucking went to 5 years ago, but instead I wanted to go to a stupid Hall of Fame ceremony. I'm going to do my first on Supercard of Honor 2018 that happened at the Lakefront. And if you want to tune in, want to join, be my guest, I'll try and find a guest or two to join me on this one. But somewhere down the road, I'm going to do an episode on Supercard of Honor. I think it was 11 or 12. I don't fucking remember, but Supercard of Honor 2018.
Yeah, sounds good.
And one last before we close out. Next week, it's the big one. It's one of our biggest prediction show of the year, the big annual WrestleMania prediction show, where we will be not bullshitting and wasting any time. We are going to be predicting Supercard of Honor. We're going to be predicting NXT Stand and Deliver, and we're going to predict WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, Night 1 and Night 2, and we're going to flip it around. I will start with Supercard of Honor, then I'll hand it off to Dylan to predict Stand and Deliver, then I will hand it back off to do WrestleMania Night 1, and Dylan will close it out with predicting WrestleMania Night 2. Flip it back and forth. It's going to be a fun one. We'll try not to keep it too long. We have known for having fucking 2-hour WrestleMania prediction shows. It's just going to be us three. Sadly, no guests. We want to try and keep it as quick as we can. But we're going to do it on March 30th, on opening day. We were going to do it another day, but unfortunately, I will not be in Houston next week, and it fucking breaks my heart. I'm not going to be there for opening day, but I will be watching it while we're live streaming. I'll have the gear on, and we're going to pretend I'm there, even though I don't have the gold gear yet. I'm getting that soon. I need to make my order. But same time, same place. We're going to same day of the week, Thursday, March 30th, 7 p.m. Join us on our YouTube channel or on Facebook or Twitch or on Twitter. WrestleMania prediction show, baby. It's going to be fun. Do you want to add in on to our WrestleMania prediction show? Anything you want to mention?
No, it's going to be a long enough show. I think we're good enough with, technically 4 events if you count night 1 and 2 at WrestleMania. So honestly, I'm honestly good with that.
No GCW prediction show, no For the Culture or whatever other show. They have like fucking 8 shows the whole weekend. But if they have an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on SmackDown, we'll predict that one match too.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, well, one game is over. We're going to quickly predict the Sweet 16 and what we think the Elite 8 can be. Now, one game is over. I lost this one. I had Michigan State beating Kansas State. Kansas State won in overtime 98-93. Did you win that one or did you lose that one, even though our brackets already been fucking busted?
Honestly, I don't even have my app up for it, but I know Ryan bet on Michigan State. He was even talking about it last night, so I can just imagine what he's even thinking about right now, because I know when he loses his bets, he's not happy. So he's been talking about this one all fucking day, even last night. So, oh my god! But I'm currently still bringing my bracket up. No, I had Kansas State beat Michigan State. No, I did not. I had Marquette in there, and Kansas State still won, so I correctly predicted it.
Yeah, but it's just the regular game. Did you have Kansas State beat Michigan State or Michigan State beat Kansas State?
Regular prediction. I was gonna follow the trend and go Michigan State because I'm playing playing great basketball. I thought they were gonna upset them, but it sadly didn't happen.
Okay, Jordan, who'd you had after your bracket busted? The Wildcats or the Spartans?
Kansas State, I think it shows.
So you won. And right now, Arkansas and UConn are playing right now. I had Arkansas winning. They're getting their fucking ass beat right now. It's 75-51 UConn with 7:42 left in the game. And that shows bacon bits for you. But who'd you originally had in this one, Arkansas or UConn?
Are we talking about who we actually had on our bracket or just our...
No, we're just picking general. That's all we're doing.
Okay, right, thank God, because it looks horrible on my bracket. But no, I had UConn.
Jordan? Yeah, I had UConn.
No, we're only picking in general. You already told us what your bracket already had last week's episode. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now we'll say this. I'm going to start from the bottom because the only game that's going on tonight I got right before my bracket busted. I said Gonzaga and UCLA in the Sweet 16, and they're playing tonight. So I got Gonzaga winning that one. I have Texas over Xavier. That game is tomorrow. Houston over Miami, which I have Houston winning it all. I have Creighton over Princeton. And as much as I would love fucking San Diego State to beat Alabama, I got Alabama beating San Diego State. So give me your Sweet 16 predictions.
Let's see. I got. Let's see. I'll take. I know what. Fuck it. I'm gonna go Miami over Houston. I think they'll upset them. I got Texas over Xavier.
And I forgot Tennessee over Florida Atlantic. I forgot that game.
Yeah, I'll take Tennessee as well on that one. I'll take Gonzaga over UCLA, and let's see. I'll take Alabama over San Diego State, and I'm gonna let the underdog keep on going. I'm gonna take Princeton over Creighton.
Jordan.
Gonzaga.
Okay.
Mhm.
Texas.
Okay.
Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Creighton
Did I say
and
Creighton?
Bama.
I think we all three
Oh.
picked Creighton. Yeah, I did say Creighton.
And Bama.
Alabama. So if these were the Elite Eight, unfortunately, I would have Alabama in the goddamn Final Four. I'd have Alabama over Creighton. I'd have Tennessee over Kansas State, Houston over Texas, and Gonzaga over UConn. Because I think UConn's going to beat Arkansas. It looks like it. They're about to beat them. Like,
Yeah.
they don't have much time left, so you can give that W to UConn. But that's my Elite Eight right there.
Yeah. I'll probably wait to get my picks until that because my bracket's so fucked up on this thing. Let's see. Okay, never mind. It kind of worked itself out. My Elite Eight, I'll take Alabama over Princeton. I think the little Cinderella story of Princeton would end right there. Let's see. I would take Kansas State over Tennessee since I picked Tennessee to win against FAU. Texas over Miami, and I would take Gonzaga over UConn.
Go ahead, Jordan.
So we're on the Elite Eight.
Yeah, like
It's just the people you had moving on to the next round.
Yeah, whoever you pick to win your Sweet 16, pick them in your Elite Eight. Who would win those games?
Like for you, because you didn't, because you picked Creighton and you picked Alabama, so you would pick that game. Kind of like just.
Yeah,
just predicting it.
We'll help you out. I remember who you all picked. Who would win out of Alabama and Creighton?
Bama.
Okay, who would win out of Tennessee and Kansas State?
Tennessee.
Okay, you picked Houston over you picked Texas over Xavier, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who would win out of Houston? Who would win out of the Houston Cougars or the Texas Longhorns?
I'll go Houston.
And who would win out of UConn and Gonzaga?
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga, okay. Now, we will predict the Final Four next week also, the real Final Four. Now, how we'll do that is just say who's going to win the national championship over who, because that's the two winners of that play in the championship. So, well, that's just a simple – you just got to say one game. You ain't got to just pick the two and then say who wins out of two. Just say I have Houston winning the whole Final Four over this team on the other bracket. That means the other two, you're picking against the other two teams. We'll keep it easy like that. But yeah, that will do it. Last call. Any last words before we close out?
I have nothing, dude.
Nope, nothing.
Either. Can't wait. Next week is WrestleMania week already. We might drop another audio sometime. We might record another audio. Depends if you guys are in. We'll have to find another topic, or if the one we had in mind, if we can make it happen. But other than that, you can find the podcast on Twitter at World Elite Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube, our Twitch, and follow us on Facebook to watch all our live streams anytime on demand. We're free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe to any audio platform from Spotify, Apple Pod, Google Pod, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and give us a 5-star rating and review. We are free. Thank you to our proud sponsors. First, W, Be Better. Go to w.gg and use our promo code WorldElitePod to get 10% off. Our other sponsor, 80s Tees. Go to 80stees.com, use our code WorldElite to get 30% off. And that will do it. Thank you, guys. And baseball finally starts next week. Spring training will be over. The real shit starts. I can't wait. I know you guys are ready for MLB to come, and XFL's kind of been in a loss because fuck the XFL right now after we lost our first game in franchise history to the fucking Sea Dragons. And your team's still undefeated?
Yeah.
Yeah. It took 3 years. It took us 3 years to lose our first game. It would lose to that goddamn team. The uncrowned champions of 2020 lost their first game to the fucking Sea Dragons. Damn it. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate everything we do together. Can't wait to do it again next week. Audio episode drops tomorrow, the 200th episode on top 10 WWE champions. Be sure to give it a like and listen to that and give us your thoughts. Until then, this is the World Elite Podcast. Goodbye and good night, bang.
Burn the pain, burn the light.